Being out of space, there's probably nothing worse than that in the warehousing business than not having any space.
We had two small distribution centers. They were both located more towards the outside of our network. But the main problem was our size. It made sense to combine the two into a central place, significantly larger, which would then allow for growth as well as take care of our current volume constraints. We wanted to modernize our system, so that was where FHS came in and was able to help us out tremendously.
Historically, Badcock uses a 7-foot deep racking. The engineers came back and said that 80% of our racking should actually be the smaller 3.5-foot deep racking. So we had a lot more rack and a lot tighter space. But the real challenge I think we faced with FHS that we had to overcome was we didn't want to have to put sprinklers in all the racks.
That's expensive. That's a lot of piping to run the water all the way down to the floor. If though you can use a rack that would allow water to go through it, such as FHS brought to the table, it allows us not to have to sprinkle every level. We can sprinkle once at the top.
And I think it's working outstanding. And we don't have sprinkler heads in the rack, they're only in the ceiling. So we had some really serious weather constraints in this building, including a soft spot that was literally within the building that precluded us from being able to pour a complete slab. We had some heavy mud situations where mud was 3 and 4 foot deep. It rained constantly, 155 days of rain, dragging the trucks into the dock to get the rack in. We were literally using bulldozers to tow trucks in and out of the building with racking. FHS did a great job of dealing with not only the mud, but the fact that we couldn't build the rack like starting in one corner and go to the next corner. We kind of had to work around the soft spots. We had to work around what concrete was poured and where it was.
What was really fascinating is as the roof went on down the facility, they worked underneath the roof. So as the roof is getting added across, they're adding racks across following the roof line. To coordinate that among all those work groups was difficult, and FHS was a great player and very flexible.
Just outstanding teamwork, and I think that teamwork is what makes the difference.
Some of the benefits we saw with FHS was their knowledge. They have strong engineers. They have a lot of talent in this area. It's hard to beat their experience on working with major retailers in all channels of business. And so we found it very easy to work with them and collaborate. I highly recommend them. Their flexibility, collaboration, and what they can do meets any of the best in the country. And so how do you not appreciate that? So very professional, very knowledgeable, and they stand by their word. They made things happen for us, so they're very helpful.